One cause of World War II was the Great Depression of the 1930s. It helped totalitarian and fascist rulers gain power in Europe. The Depression greatly decreased the value of money around the world. In most countries, the government did little to improve the economy, and totalitarians were able to gain power. The promises totalitarian rulers made to improve economic conditions in their country made many people support them. One example would be how Hitler and Mussolini won the support of the people of Germany and Italy.
Don't you just want to buy this hair gel?
Sure. Is this enough?
No, nowhere near enough.
What?
Also, due to the Great Depression, the people in the lower and middle classes, who made up the majority of the population, were upset with the government. For example, because of reparations in the Treaty of Versailles and the Depression, Germany was unable to pay debts. The upper class and Weimar Republic were much less affected than the lower and middle classes. They supported totalitarian, fascist, and communist leaders because they promised answers and land.
What's with democracy anyway?
Yeah, capitalism sucks. It's not helping us.
I need a job. Democracy needs to help, but it isn't.
But communism, they can help us.
Yay, communism!
Let me tell you something about it. Communism is the way of the devil. Democracy is the way to go. Privately owned businesses.
Kill him!
Another cause of World War II were totalitarian governments such as fascism and communism, gaining popularity when the people became unhappy with their government for multiple reasons, like the Great Depression and the Treaty of Versailles. One type of government was fascism, which focused on the needs of the state, extreme nationalism, sexism, militarism, education, physical fitness, and anti-Semitism.
Now, my fine students, today we will discuss totalitarianism. Now, that is the brand new government we're living in, and you know what? You gotta remember just one thing, kids. The government comes first! Now, there are a few things about totalitarianism you gotta remember. For example, anti-Semitism. That means we hate the Jews. To heck with the Jews. You write that down. What'd I just say, boy?
I'm writing it down.
You want And now, are there any questions about? Any questions? Anything? Nothing? Jonah? Yeah, right? What do you want?
How do we hate the
Jews? We put them in ovens. That's how we go. Now, my final thing. Women. To heck with women. You know what? Women belong in the home and that's it. Nowhere else, woman.
Benito Mussolini created fascism, which became the government in Italy. This influenced Germany. After a failure of the Weimar Republic in 1933, Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party came to power. Under Hitler's rule, there was mass demonstrations in Nuremberg, and troops were created to eliminate non-Aryans. Communism is another form of a totalitarian regime. However, the Soviet Union, which is communist, was on the Ally side. In old totalitarian regimes, it's one-party rule with a dictator, no rights for citizens, and the government controls the people by use of terror, propaganda, and censorship. There is also strict loyalty and commitment of the people to the government.
Ein kleiner Nosch, stirbt, Nottinghamshire, provide dogs the last of bread. Silent green is the red shine. Wer flaunches on Jordan? Da Jordan, da Jordan, da Jordan. Draw the Jordan.
Get on your knees!
Draw down the well. What is that? Heil! Sieg heil!
The League of Nations was created by Woodrow Wilson after World War I, and it was another cause of the World War II. The League of Nations was there to keep peace between the countries across the continent of Europe. The League of Nations included France and Great Britain, and in the pre-war years before World War II, they practiced appeasement. Because of this, they failed to control the growing power of Germany. The League started out somewhat weak because the U.S. did not join. The U.S. did not want to get involved in any more war. This caused the League to be weak from the beginning, but gradually they just let Germany get away with whatever they wanted.
Hey, Great Britain, I'm so glad that there's no more.
I know, everyone's getting along, isn't it great?
Yeah.
Hey, League of Nations. So, I was wondering, can I have Czechoslovakia?
Why?
Well, because their people are like mine.
Well, we don't really want Warsaw.
Yeah, okay, Germany.
Oh yeah.
There were many effects of World War II. One effect was that after World War II, the League of Nations was abolished. Its replacement was the United Nations. In April of 1945, the United Nations was formed with 50 nations. It has a General Assembly and a Security Council that has veto power.
Yay, the war is over!
But guys, no more League of Nations.
We can have a better one with no appeasement.
We'll call it the United Nations.
What's with the random orange bird?
Another effect of World War II was the aftermath of the Holocaust. A great number of innocent people were killed. The generals and scientists who helped cause these deaths were tried in the Nuremberg war trials. Most were found guilty of disregarding human rights. They pleaded that it was orders they couldn't refuse. The jury came back with, "But you were the ones killing the innocent people." The concentration camps were closed and the people were released.
Hey guys, we're the US and the Soviet Union. You're free now.
In Soviet free you!
Another effect of World War II was occupation by the Allies. For example, Germany was divided between the US, the Soviet Union, France, and Great Britain. The US, France, and Great Britain turned West Germany into a democracy, while the Soviet Union turned East Germany into a communist satellite state. The US also occupied Japan and styled its government to be similar to the US. I'm France.
Yo, bro, what up? I'm the United States from sea to
Great Britain.
Soviet Union. Germany.
I got her alive! Okay, we'll take half first.
Okay. The most important cause of World War II was the totalitarian regimes.
When totalitarian rulers came to power, they changed the governments to the countries they ruled.
They also controlled the people with terror, propaganda, and censorship.
The totalitarian states tried to spread their government, which helped start the war.
The most important effect of World War II was the division of Germany. Germany was divided into 4 zones between the US, France, Great Britain, and the Soviet Union.
The US, France, and Great Britain held free elections in West Germany so they could choose their own government. However, the Soviet Union controlled East Germany and they forced communists upon it.
This caused tensions between the Allies and the Soviet Union that eventually led to the Cold War.
In Soviet Russia, communism love you, or we bomb you.
United States, we say yay democracy. To hell with communism.
In Soviet Russia, Fanta bomb you. In Soviet Russia, 5-cent bottle deposit you.
Yay democracy.
Fuck you. Shonish up the code. Thank you, the code.